So now let's talk about the second point, which is Amorim's new shape of defense.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a new shape of defense. Yeah, I think it's what has been existing, but he has finally gotten them to play to what he wants them to play. I've always said it to Manchester United fans around me that okay, this 3-4-3 formation is not bad. Everybody thinks it's worse. We should play our normal traditional 4-3-3. Why can't you change this formation? Blah 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 and blah. I think it's all about the system.
Yeah.
Now, when we are defending, if you watch this last match, we were quite very aggressive.
Yeah.
But not just the aggressiveness. When we are defending, we have 5 players at the back. It is no longer 3.
Yeah.
It is now 5. Whether it was Ahmad that was there, he had to come back and do his defensive duties.
Yeah.
And then the midfielders and Kunha and Mbeumo, you also saw them tracking back to do that.
Yeah.
And that's something we did not see during Ten Hag's era. You see Rashford just lounging away.
Strolling past.
You see he was hammering on that with Garnacho throughout last season. But with the current crops of players, you can see that it was different. And one person I was very impressed with was Delete. He actually to avoid banter, he pocketed your
Gyökeres. Yeah.
So what do you think about the shape of defense? Do you think it will carry us forward in upcoming games, especially with the smaller teams who likes to sit back?
Okay. There's one thing I'll applaud Amorim for was to the fact that he was able to stick to his system. You know, imagine if he had given in to the fans and was like, okay, I'm going to, just
not just the fans.
Yeah, everybody. Imagine if you just like, shove that away and okay, I'll just go with all the player, ability can, encompass. But I love the fact that I was able to stick to his system and it's paying off.
Yeah.
Against Arsenal, the game was so entertaining. I did not even expect us to play that well, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I saw the aggressiveness we brought out in that game. Like, we were so aggressive. Our defenders were composed.
Yeah.
Leniero was composed. Luke Shaw, of all people, I was shocked.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah, I was shocked, but he was composed. I even saw a quote where Fernandes was like pleading with Luke Shaw that he shouldn't get injured. It was that that good on that day. Yeah. And like you said, it's the system allows us to play a form of a mass attack and mass defense.
Yeah.
So when we lose the ball, the midfield is packed, everyone is defending, and that has actually helped us. Now the players are more accustomed to what Amorim wants to play.
Yeah.
The defensive shape is very good. In my mind, I was like, is this a new defensive setup Amorim is putting up? But this is what he has been.
It's what he's been trying to
do.
Yeah,
what he has been trying to do.
We even don't have Martinez ready.
And we don't have Martinez
Heaven
ready.
is not
Heaven is not ready. Our
our
defense is stacked.
So I think we are.
I am confident that things will be improved this season. We'll actually move forward this season. The lead was perfect. Like, it was so good that it was everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think he missed any area duels with Gyökeres.
I don't think
he literally won every battle with Gyökeres. He was able to silence
except one.
Yeah, except one.
But even at that,
it still it didn't result to anything.
Nothing.
Exactly. So with our defensive shape now and our midfielder, Casemiro, we still need like a younger version of Casemiro. Casemiro was solid. I'm not taking anything away from him. He was really good defensively. But there are still some aspects where he did not have that feel, that energy to run.
Okay.
Yeah, if we had like a younger Casemiro, like in likes of
the job.
Yeah, we could do the job. Yes, like it would have been a perfect setup. Ugarte. Well, let me know. That's but our defensive, game has actually improved immensely. If we continue like this season, I'm confident of a top 4.
Okay. Now we'll move on to the next point, which is Bruno's mistake again. Everyone keeps on saying Bruno makes mistakes that costs the team every time, and this was evidence in this game. No matter how I want to blame Bayinda and say, oh, he could have been strong and he could have done this and done that, let's not also dispute the fact that Bruno lost the ball that led to the corner kick.
Yeah.
And we try to defend Bruno every time, and we say it is not his best position. He shouldn't play that place, this and that. But personally, I feel he should know better not to do some certain things. That's my own personal take on this. He should know better not to pass that kind of ball to Euro
Yeah.
in that dangerous area
Yeah.
where you are even still trying to get out of the defense because you are
Yeah.
actually defending in that time. You shouldn't be making such passes. And the guy is not even aware of somebody that is behind him. The ball has been given to you. You are in direct sight to know who is beside him, but you are still giving him the ball. I think he should know better not to do such type of things. What do you think? Do you think we allow him to get away with so much, or do you think he could do different and stop making these costly mistakes?
Well, in as much as we love Bruno Fernandes so much, he's our best player in the squad, no doubt. But I think he's been given a role where he has to be very disciplined.
Yeah,
Very,
right
very
now,
yeah,
unlike
yeah.
before.
Unlike before, where he played a more advanced role for Manchester United. He could make those passes. But even though he was playing as a number 10 or an attacking, that place he made that pass to Euro was a very, very like
Very wrong.
that
You shouldn't
was
even go back.
that was
You
a
should be
wrong
progressing the
that was
ball.
a wrong. I'm not against Bruno playing, but I am still yet to find that he's not suited for that position in Manchester United.
Which position exactly?
The position he feels at the moment, I'm still finding it difficult to
We've said he's not suited to play number 8. He's not suited to play in all that. I do not care about what position he plays. If the team is defending as one, you
yeah.
should be in that defensive mindset. And to know not to do this.
As the captain
Exactly.
he is
You are the
exactly
captain. You are the most senior
yeah
after Casemiro.
yeah
You should not be making so. If someone like, let's assume it was Ugarte that made such mistakes now and it lets you go, we'll forget Bayinda totally and we'll kill Ugarte.
exactly that's
Which
true.
is, we are even doing it because he had one bad pass or two bad passes.
Yeah.
But nobody is talking about the fact that Bruno made a costly pass that led to the corner kick, which we should have been worried about. We were trying not to concede corner kicks, but we ended up conceding a corner kick, and that corner kick led to the goal.
That pass was like the wrong choice of pass. Like Bruno could have just done better there. He could have just either cleared the ball. I didn't even expect him to make that pass because making that pass puts the defender under a lot of pressure. Because Arsenal were already at our box 18, so why make such a risky pass? But I think Amorim should call Bruno, speak to him. He's a captain. I don't know how he's going to do it, but explain to him that okay, the position you feel right now is a very, very disciplined and delicate position. If any slight slip up, it could cause danger for your team. That position he feels. So he needs to be more disciplined. I was watching Toni Kroos matches for Madrid, and I found out that Toni Kroos barely lost the ball.
Barely, actually.
And he barely gave any wrong pass. Like,
That's
he was very, 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 very calculative
and disciplined.
I'm not comparing their attacking prowess. Bruno is
Bruno is out of this world.
Yes,
But we are saying as a senior player.
yes, very composed. We need a composed center midfielder that's able to watch, calculate. Okay, if I make this pass, what amount of pressure am I putting on my players? Why don't I just play it safe? Just kick the ball, clear the ball out of my box.
Anyways,
I just hope as the season progresses, it improves because I know that Bruno is not going to be dropped. We know he's not going to be dropped. In as much as we complain, he's a fantastic player. He's a phenomenal
so we should get used to such mistakes happening from time to time.
We should get used to the fact we shouldn't get used to a mistake happening. We should get used to the fact that it's something that can be worked on. I think most players are still getting used to this role. It's like when Pogba was playing, for Manchester United. He wasn't that disciplined enough to play.
But nobody even gave Pogba this chance.
That's it. Nobody gave him this chance because
Bruno
when you consider the amount of money we got for Pogba, you realize that we ought to expect more from this player.
Exactly. No problem.
That's just it on Bruno Fernandes. I just hope moving forward he improves.
All right.